I love my Ray-Ban Metas. I have prescription lenses in mine, so I'm pretty much using them all the time, at least when I'm outside. I still prefer my lighter dumb glasses when I'm at home. So when I'm not using my Metas, I usually have them charging. Obviously I could use the charging case that they came with, but that's no fun. So I picked up a few charging solutions for them. Here I have 4 charging stands and 4 charging cables. Basically I wasted my money to find the perfect charging solution for my Metas. Anyways, let me show you what I got here. We'll start off with the charging stands. The first one is this dock from Tech. Compared to the other charging stands I'm looking at today, this is the biggest one. It's fully made of plastic and it feels cheap honestly. It also has a huge LED light on the front that can be a bit distracting, especially if you have it sitting on your desk. Functionally though, it works fine. Once you set your Metas in there, it starts charging immediately. You don't have to wiggle it around to make sure that the contacts are touching. The prongs that hold the glasses in place is pretty firm. I really don't like these, especially when compared to the other chargers. There's foam on the inside to protect your lenses from scratches. It also has 4 rubber feet on the bottom to keep from sliding around on your desk. I'm gonna have to give this charging dock a 3.5 out of 5. My problem again with this charging dock is that it just feels cheap and plasticky. That big light on the front isn't helping either. To be fair though, it is the cheapest charging stand in this video and it does work. Oh, I forgot to say that I have low bridge headliners, Gen 1 and Gen 2, which wasn't an issue until I got the next charging stand, this from Sisane. This charging stand is also made of plastic, but it does feel better compared to the last charging stand from Tech. It also looks better on the front too, and has a much smaller LED light on it. There's 2 rubber grips on the bottom to keep it from sliding around, and there's a foam pad on these to protect the lenses. It uses the prongs again to hold your Metas in place. Unlike all the other charging stands that have a built-in USB-C port to power them, this one has a built-in charging cable, but it uses a USB-A plug. This alone is probably a deal breaker for a lot of people, but to sway even more people away from it, if you have low bridge headliners like I do, they won't fit on this charger. I need to be fair though and rate all of these chargers, but since I'm a bit biased since I can't charge any of my Metas on this charger, I have to give it a 2. For me again, it's because they're literally useless to me, but even if I could use it, it uses a USB-A plug. It's 2025. I'm sure it probably does work fine, but... Anyways, next, I have this dock here from no name. It literally just says generic in the listing. Surprisingly though, this is a really nice stand. It's made of metal and it's the heaviest of the stands that I have. It feels and looks a lot better than the other 2 stands that we looked at. The entire bottom has a rubber grip on it, so this isn't sliding anywhere. It also has a small LED on the front to show when it's charging your glasses. It's pretty minimal, but because of that, it doesn't get in the way of charging my low bridge headliners. The part that holds the glasses is made of rubber, so it won't scratch them. The prongs on the stand look like they stick out too far, but they're really easy to press in and they aren't really an issue unless you have nose pad grips added to your Metas. They'll rip them right out, but that's pretty much the same with all of the prongs on these chargers. For being a no-name brand, this is a really nice charger. I have to give it a 4.5 out of 5, and the only reason I'm knocking off half a point is because the LED light stays on all the time, even when you don't have glasses charging on them. But yeah, surprisingly, a really great charger. Next though, spoiler alert, is my favorite charging stand. This is the Carina S1 from Prism XR. So this is the most expensive of the 4 charging stands, but not by much. I got this for around $30. This one is made of metal and feels premium. It has a minimal look again, but personally, I think it looks the best. There's a rubber bottom again to keep it from sliding around. The charging portion itself is made of plastic. Because of how it's designed, the prongs don't stick out that far at all. But they still do the job holding your Metas in place. Probably doesn't need to be said, but there's no problems getting my low bridge Metas in there. The LED light on the front only turns on when you have your glasses in the dock, and then it turns off once you take them out. I said it earlier, but this is my favorite charging stand. I'm giving it a 4.5. My only complaint is that it uses plastic instead of rubber on the charging section. I've been using the stand the most and I haven't seen them scratch my Metas, but knowing that it could have been made of rubber instead would have given me a better peace of mind. Now let's take a look at some charging cables. I have 4 sets here and they all work differently. We'll start off with this cable. The brand name for this cable is QCHMM. I think I'd rather have it say generic instead. Either way, this cable works as an extension to your charging case. It plugs into the case like you would normally put your glasses in, and then you connect the other end to your Metas. I actually picked this up to be a solution to the charging stand that didn't fit on my low bridge headliners. And it does work. The main problem with this though is that you're gonna have to make sure that the connections are touching. I've attached these to my glasses many times to only find out hours later that they weren't charging. The cable is also super thin too, but I think it's designed like this so you can wear your glasses while having them charged too. You'll just have to connect it to your charging case when you're outside. Well, I'm gonna give these a 3 out of 5. These did fix my issues with this charging stand, but when I said you have to make sure it's charging your Metas, you have to make sure it's charging your Metas. The best part about this cable is a connection plug that uses your charging case instead of a USB plug. If you don't care about that though, I have a similar cable here from Sim2. This cable uses USB-C, so you can plug it into an outlet, your laptop, or even a power bank to charge your glasses. This cable lets you leave the charging case behind, which is great because it's kind of big to carry around just to charge and store your metas. The cable is much thicker on these and the charging connection is bigger. But it still has the same issues as the first cable where you have to make sure it's touching the connections on your metas. But also, this cable comes off way too easy. When I know I have my glasses charging and then set them down, the cable will sometimes pop off. Just leave the arms open, you say? Well, I would, but because of how the charging connection is designed, that isn't possible either because it sits taller than the glasses, thus easily coming off again. I use this cable the most, but mainly because I haven't found a better option yet, but I'm still gonna give them a 3 out of 5. They come off way too easy, and when I'm trying to charge my glasses overnight with them, it sucks waking up to a dead pair of metas. I still have 2 more cables here to show. These are meant to keep your glasses charged while you're wearing them, so these are gonna be really useful when you're live streaming with them. And when I say with them, I mean the Gen 1s, because they took the live streaming abilities out of the Gen 2s, at least for now. That's for a different video though. Right now, let's take a look at this charging cable from Yaoi. This cable clips to the bridge of your metas and is meant to stay there. You then clip the wire to the arm, keeping the cable hidden behind the glasses. And from there, you can wire it behind your ear or just let it dangle if you don't mind it showing. The other end connects to a power source via USB-C. They also give a USB-C to A adapter in case you need it. You do have to line up the connections on the bridge again, but since these are clipped in, they won't move around as much once you have them in place. It's going to be hard for me to rate these last 2 cables since I personally wouldn't wear my metas while charging them, but if I have to, I'll give these a 3 out of 5. It seems like a great solution for those who have this problem, but as a charging cable, I don't like how it clips in. Again, this is probably perfect for someone who's going to always have their glasses wired up. That person isn't me. I do have one more charging cable though that's really similar to those, is these from Hyblocks. This cable is pretty unique because it comes in 2 pieces. One is meant to leave in your glasses, and the other magnetically connects when you need to charge your glasses. The short piece clips to the bridge and also the arm. The second piece plugs to a power source by USB-C and then magnetically attaches to the first piece. This is great because you don't always have to have a cable dangling from your metas. You can just plug them up when you need to power them. They're pretty lightweight too, and I barely notice them. These are definitely an upgrade over the previous cable. It all comes in this cloth pouch too, so it's easy to keep together when you put it away. It actually all comes in this plastic case too, so you're double covered. I gave the last cable a 3, so this is easily a 4. Still not something I would personally use, but it's a much better solution to keep your metas charged while you're wearing them. If I did use this cable to charge my metas at my desk, it's a super fast solution. I just don't want to leave this cable on my glasses all the time, even being as small as it is. Anyways, if you know of a better charging cable, please let me know about it in the comments. I'm pretty happy with my charging stand, but if there's another one that you think I should try, let me know about those too. For now though, I'm gonna see if Generic Brand has any other accessories to try out. See ya. I love my Ray-Ban Metas. I have prescription lenses in my just one lens. We'll start off with the charging stands, and the first one I got here is from Tech. Which one is the one from Tech? It's my favorite charging stand. This is the... I don't know what this is. This is Let's take a look at this charging cable from Yaoi. Words confuse me. Alright.